絶対的な女王のもと、円卓が守護する妖精国。予言の子が現れ、巡礼の鐘は鳴る。フェイトグランドオーダー、コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、妖精円卓領域、アバロン・ルフェ。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Here we are continuing on. We have another fragment where we'll probably see what MASH is up to here as we continue. I will say, people have told me that my choices actually matter. That when I'm given a choice, I need to actually pay attention, make sure I'm picking the right ones, because what I pick will in fact change the story outcome. Not majorly, but enough that new things happen. So, as such, I will do that. Thank you all for telling me. Obviously, us not being here means we probably won't get them, but we'll see. Oh, the cart's even heavier than usual, Rob. Come on, let's just get rid of that weapon already. No buyer's gonna want something that's scary looking. Oh. Okay, younger brother.
Don't be ridiculous, bro. You're gonna make her niece tear up again. Don't you remember how grateful she was when she agreed to bring that weapon along too?
Winky, Rob and Weg's unsavory friend.
I definitely remember how happy you were when she took your hand. What'd she say that was called back where she comes from again? A handshake? Well, I got everything under the sun in Norwich, and I know they love their trends out in Gloucester, but I've never heard of any custom like that.
If you're feeling tired, Rob, would you like me to take over? I can still pull a cart, even without my memories. No need. I can manage fine on my own. You just keep resting up, Anise. We're almost to Gloucester, and I want everything to look its best. An amnesiac girl and 3 stingy fairy peddlers named Rob, Weg, and Winky. Winky feels out of place. Together, these strange bedfellows, they're what? I sure hope not. Made their way further and further north from the nameless woods. The peddlers thought to sell the girl to a ranch along the way, but Rob, who hated wood-woes, the head of the Fang clan, would have none of it. He insisted that anyone so violent didn't deserve a beauty like Anise, and that was the end of that. Way to go, big bro. I have no idea who's narrating that. Oh wow, I can see a city off in the distance now. What's it like there, Winky?
Well, what's Gloucester, Anise? Pretty impressive, right? It's a special place, even for Britain. It's an upper-class city run by the head of the Wing clan, Murian the Adored, and it's all about trends, brands, and joy. You can get anything you want there as long as you can pay for it. Lovers, slaves, fairies, humans, well, everything. No, it's really my kind of place. All the fairies who settle down there are posers and trend followers. Most of the stuff there is just gold-plated hunks of dirt anyway. It's all shine, no substance.
Really? But I thought you were really proud of your Gloucester knife.
That's exactly because it's a fake. A real knife that nice, well, I'd be afraid of breaking it to actually use it.
Now I see. That does sound like you, Winky.
You don't like Gloucester, Winky? Then why'd you pick this route? I'm scared of the Norwich calamity too, but we could have gone there instead.
What are you, stupid? We can't use any eastern routes this time of year. The rainy season just ended, so the Dressays territory... Ooh, that's a word. Territory will be at its biggest right now. Hell, I hear they still haven't even fixed the Norwich Bridge yet, so Gloucester's our only choice. Oh, believe me, I'm not happy about having to bow and scrape to that show-off Murian. You two really like this Murian person, don't you? Where'd you get that idea from? I just said I hated her, right? But you look so kind when you're talking about her. I'm almost a little jealous. Oh, cough, hack.
Check it out, bro. Winky's so flustered he's coughing. Why so embarrassed, Winky? You ashamed of the truth or something?
Sure, it's not like that. Anyway, did you guys hear about the big kerfuffle in Camelot? They say an assassin snuck in about 10 days ago to try and kill Hagrid Morgan.
Yeah, I did. I heard they fought through a ton of soldiers all alone and made their way to the throne room. From what I heard, not even Lady Gawain or Lady Tristan could stop them. But then Lady Lancelot flew in and beat the shit out of them, right? Apparently they had a badass mid-air battle, but ultimately the assassin got dropped in the pit.
Wow, Lady Lancelot really is something, isn't she?
Gawain, Tristan, Lancelot.
What's up, Anise? You got motion sick or something? Hey, Rob, take it easy. Ride's too rocky for her.
No, it's not that. I just have a little headache. When I heard those names, my chest got tight. Can I ask what kind of people those fairies are? Oh, right. She must have known some of the Tamlin herself. Probably better if we don't say anything here, then.
You mean you don't know, Anise? Those are the great Tamlin, the Knights of the Round Table. There's Gawain, the most feared Tamlin in all of Britain. Tristan, the most hated Tamlin in all of Britain. And Lancelot, the most beautiful Tamlin in all of Britain. We couldn't do business without those three taking care of the moors for us.
Okay, so this is interesting. Moors, not only is it death, but people have told me in Japanese it's mosu. Mosu. Moss. Like an algae, it grows, right? That's cool, I like that. It's a double meaning. Plus you touch it and like it spreads. I like that.
Well, not that Tristan ever does much to keep us safe. Hell, I'm more scared of her than I am of the moors. That's why I never go to New Darlington if I can help it.
Wag, the younger brother, smiled innocently, all while Rob and Winky were afraid that he might jog Anise's memories. Then all of a sudden... Black dogs? Well, this is all your fault, Wag, you idiot. These things wouldn't be here if you hadn't talked about Tristan. Just leave the cart and run for it before they eat us alive. You two, Anise, get away from them. I'll hold them off as long as I... Whoa! I don't know why you're attacking us, but I'm not gonna let you hurt anyone. You want to pick on somebody? Pick on me. We're not... Oh. the numbers still come up. Whoa, I'm sorry, she did an AoE? Is she regaining her... Wait. Through forgetting who she is she gaining back Galahad's powers? Thank goodness, my body just moved on its own, but it looks like everything worked out. Is everyone all right? Huh? The girl stuck her shield in the ground with a resounding thud and turned to face the fairies. She was greeted with stunned stares from all three. And who could blame them? They have never seen such a graceful knight before.
Oh, that was amazing! I can't believe you sent all those black dogs packing by yourself!
Black dogs are some of the most despised creatures in all fairy Britain, drawn to the putrid smell of death and decay. They are of the Unseelie court, evil fairies unaffiliated with any of the 6 clans. Interesting. They come and go at a moment's notice, and the only species of fairy in Britain who feeds on their own kind. Wait, hang on, how can she be this strong? Maybe she's a child of Oh. This is how it goes, huh?
Come on, Rob. There's no way that...
How else do you explain it? She's got an iron shield, iron armor, and you saw for yourself how strong she is. She's got to be at least as strong as the Tamlin. Well, if this ain't special, nothing is.
Yeah, you gotta be a child of prophecy, niece. You just saved our lives and everything.
The child of prophecy? Me?
Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it. A child of prophecy's gonna defeat the Queen and save all of Britain. She's the savior we've been waiting for a long, long time. She's gonna save all the fairies. Rob, the greedy older brother, and Wag, the innocent younger brother, began excitedly telling the girl about the Mir clan's prophecy. One did so with calculated intention, the other because he truly believed it. But when the amnesiac girl saw them so happy, she thought whatever they were talking about must be a good thing. And inadvertently began to believe it herself.
Idiots, you're gonna regret this. Even lies have a way of coming true. If the rest of the world starts to believe in these child of prophecy, that's it, we're done for. It'll only be a matter of time until someone even greedier than us takes it away.
True. Yeah, okay, so that's where the second... I didn't even think about that. I didn't even want to think about that. All right. Hello. Gloucester 1. Well, when in doubt, we'll do... I mean, ours is better. If I could actually get... Yeah. Ooh, even better, actually, because you're level 100. But, what is this? Increase NP charge. That's a strange one to give. But sure. Sure. We'll go with Team Can't Lose. And, you know what, just for the heck of it, we'll bring you in just because not only are you strong, but I want to get more bond up with you. So let's do that. That's a 9, and you got that. Okay, let's go. No idea what we're fighting. Sorry, why are we in 4x3 suddenly? Sorry, what? Is this... Doesn't look right. What? I see, so Tristan stayed behind. He was a great knight. I don't know much about fighting, but even I could see that. So if that's what he chose, it must be right. I'm not gonna doubt myself. What did you want to do, Tanner? Do you want to go back to the ranch? There's probably not anything left of him by now, but you could at least mourn him. The whole ranch is in ruins now, and the Tamlin's already left. It should be safe to go back if you want. No, there'll be time to mourn after we find Mash. I agree. Tristan didn't sacrifice himself so we could go backward. He did what he did to give us a chance to move forward. We'll always report back to him. We always report back to him after we found Mash. We always report back to him after we found Mash. What? I see. Forget I said anything then. Anyway, I really showed up in the nick of time, didn't I? That's one of the many benefits of my royal charm. I get to ride in on a white horse and save the day. I'm really glad I pleaded with Aurora to let me board the carriage. The only issue is...
Is there some sort of problem with the color of my coat?
Well, I guess it looks kind of whitish in the right light if you squint. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. This doesn't look right. What's going on? Is this a glitch? Did we find a glitch? I don't know. Hee hee. So you're feeling better now? Great. And here's another piece of good news. The city of Gloucester up north is about a day's journey from here. They hold auctions for rare and valuable goods every day there. And word has it that one of their hottest new items is a fairy with an unusual iron weapon. Apparently, some peddlers found them near the Nameless Woods, and they plan on putting them up for auction as soon as tomorrow. A fairy with an iron weapon near the Nameless Woods? That's gotta be Mash, I'm sure of it. What about the peddlers that brought her there? Apparently they hope to sell this fairy for quite a pretty penny. They did a good job of sticking to their guns against Gloucester's lord. But then it came out that they had prior charges of theft, fraud, and harboring anti-queen sentiments. But I mean, who doesn't? So they were arrested. And since Gloucester's lord is big on capital punishment, they were supposedly hung last night. Hanged? Hung? I would have gone with hung. I don't know what the proper one is. I rushed back to Salisbury as soon as I found out. When I heard you'd already left, I got a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. So I asked Aurora for a favor on the condition I'd owe her one in return, and got to the ranch as fast as the carriage could carry me. I see. So that's how you managed to get something so valuable. That was some very quick thinking. Thanks. Well, I prefer to rest up in the autumn forest if we could. Time is money and all that. I'd assume it's so long to Salisbury and off to Gloucester? Yeah, to Gloucester.
Excuse me, could I say something first?
What is it, horsey? We were just having a moment here, you know.
Well, I know, but I'm a proud fey horse, most rambunctious and chivalrous stallion in all Britain. So as a matter of principle, I only entrust my back to those I have recognized as my master. I was as well come this far on Lady Aurora's orders, but if you insist on going to Gloucester, well, I see. Trust you see what I'm getting at?
Carrots?
Battle!
Oh, we gotta fight him first, I see. I thought the carry would be carrots, then it'd be like, okay. Sounds good. Let's see what's going on with this team comp. All right. Fey Horse Red Rabbit. All right. Well, let's start off with... How much can we get? Is that max? That's maxed out with you. We can't max you out just yet. This is actually a pretty bad team for what we're doing, but what we can do is we can use this turn to, let's just do this. Take a turn of that. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Gain meter with all of you. Come on, get enough, both of you. There we go. And that's it. We have won. I wonder if you count as being Fey. So let's go. So you're overcharged as what? With human attribute. He actually might not have that. So let's go. Bup. Let's go. 1, 2. Or let's go 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. This is gonna be Mundo Silly. Even with all of these, game? You okay? I know it's been a while since I've used Merlin on the, the recording here, but... Just not having it? There we go. Oh, and he's at 300%, so we will get a bunch of stars too. Dang. We're gonna kind of be insanely cracked, huh? Let's see here. Do your thing. That was a good amount. And now with this, we are untouchable. Okay. Lucky Fairy, crit rate up, evade. Is that one turn of evade or is that one evade? Let's see here. It is one turn. Okay, in that case, just use your turn to get more meter. There we go. Alright. So now we got a turn where we can get the worst hand possible. Dang. That's bad. Let's be silly. Get that. Because then, yeah, you get 100 there. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, remove crit up. Forgot that we even had that. Nice. There was that. Okay. Red Hair's Furious Dance Phenomenon. Okay, what? Red Remit and Red Reget. What? Confusion is right. Huh? What just happened? Well, we seem to need to clear our stuff. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll clear that. Okay, that's cleared. That should give you your meter for your super. Yep. Okay. I will do it. He does it. Not for long though. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. This should do big damage. Let's see. Ooh, not as much as I expected, honestly. Ah, never mind, you're dead. These guys are still here. I don't know why they're losing stats every turn, honestly. Okay. Let's just go
お望み
目を
のままに。
背けない圧倒します
a little bit of this.
何？サービスだとも。
分断す
And you're done.
る丸みアドバー
You're gonna do something, but nothing too bad. It didn't even work. Okay. And
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
あまり悩ませない早だけですよ
ridiculous.
彼が欲しくなるでしょ
Ridiculous.
よく言いました
お望みのま
Love
ま
it.
に。
You love to see it.
そ
Just
れは絶えずに
so much meter gain.
最果てにありながら鳥は明日を迎えるでしょうロードレスキャメ
Alright.
ロ何を喜んでいるのです
Well, watch it be like we accidentally killed our horse.
勝利は約束
We
さ
have
れてい
no
た
way
は
of
ず
getting
です
there now. That'd be funny, but also annoying, and probably bad storytelling. Dropping stuff on the floor. Too much stuff on my desk.
Hey! Contract finalized. I'm amazed you took my secret technique in stride like that. You must be a fearsome warrior who has overcome all sorts of harrowing ordeals. Very well, from here on, my legs are yours to command. As long as your path isn't unsavory, I'll take you wherever you wish to go.
This Faith horse is the best she had to offer. Maybe Aurora isn't as well liked as we thought. This one's impressive in its own right, because it's just red hair. Anyway, I trust there's nothing else left to say. Yes, then please, take us to Gloucester. Oh, and don't forget to drive safely. I can handle a few bumps, but Tanner, Artori, and Da Vinci are all very tired.
Not to worry. I can assure you that I've never broken a speed limit in my entire life.
Oh, is this meant to be us in the carriage with, like, the bars, I guess? By the way, Oberon, what's with that outfit? I kind of liked your old cloak. Oh, this is what I wear whenever I'm gathering information. The Queen's soldiers don't always take too kindly to people asking questions about the state of Fairy Britain, so I try to avoid standing up by dressing in drab traveling clothes. I see. I'm impressed, Oberon. I've never considered an outfit like that drab. Oh, I didn't know you were interested in fashion, Artoria. Does that mean you prefer outfits like Da Vinci's, then? No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, someone like me dressing like her, that'd be laughable. True enough. You're definitely not ready yet. No. Anyway, okay, that's enough Artoria teasing for now. Tanner, Da Vinci, would you mind telling me how much you've learned about Fairy Britain while I was away? Here's the situation. Here's the full 1-1. That's about it. The regularly occurring calamities, the Morse, the fairies who imitate human societies, the Salisbury Rebel Army, the Round Table Army of Londinium, and the Three Tam Lin. I'm impressed. If you already know that much, then I only have one thing left to tell you. What's that, buddy? High Queen Morgan's objective. As you know, she's been inscribing command spells into fairies, levying magical energy from them as an existence tax, and ending lives of any fairies who aren't able to pay up. Well, it turns out she hasn't been running such an oppressive regime for the past 2,000 years just to maintain her rule over Britain. Her real objective is to attack proper human history and transform it into a land of fairies. She wants to expand Fairy Britain to encompass the whole planet, override proper human history entirely, and turn the Earth into one giant British Isle. That's scary. Isn't that also the plan of the one British villain from Teen Titans who wanted to make the world British? What a dastardly thing to do. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. It's why High Queen Morgan continues tormenting the fairies even to this day. As you can see, we need to defeat her for humanity and fairykind alike. Because if there's no humans anymore, if you override it for fairies, there's no humans. That's not good. Oh! I was gonna say, we normally flash over to the villains, and we haven't done it for a while. Kneel, present. Worship, submit. Bow your heads, leaders of the 6 clans. Bow your heads, 30 ambassadors, 100 officials. You're in the presence of High Queen Morgan, the ruler who expands our boundaries, upon whose shoulders all of Britain rests. Hear her words and obey. Yes, I love the shroud. It's so good. The same faces yet again. How terribly dull. I offer you neither absolution nor salvation. Remember always that all of Britain, down to the smallest pebble, is mine. Without my protection, the land of Fae would not see the next sunrise. Yes, your majesty, we are ever your humble servants. Oh wow, 130 of them saying it all together is insane. All of our time is yours. Our loyalty to you will never waver. Very well. You jesters may stand against the wall. I will now allow each of the head clans to speak. What have you to say? Whoa, this dude. Thank you for your generosity, your majesty. Please allow me the honor of going first. The council recognizes Lords... That's Spriggan? That's a cooler Spriggan than the Spriggans we fought. The council recognizes Lord Spriggan, head of the Earth Clan and Lord of Norwich. Thank you, Secretary. According to our observations, Norwich's Calamity Pool should reach critical mass in approximately 10 days' time. I'd like to take this time to say if there are any lords present with property still in Norwich, please come to speak to me after this meeting. I can assure you that even if the Moors engulf all of Norwich, our bell tower will remain safe within an impenetrable fortress made with anti-Morse iron. If you wish to store your valuables there for keepsaking, I am sure we can come to an arrangement. Whoa, you're crazy! It sounds to me as though you don't care if your entire city disappears as long as your money stays safe. The council That's Woodwoes? Wow. The council recognizes Lord Woodwoes, head of the Fang clan and Lord of Oxford. My request remains the same as ever, your majesty. I urge you to take this opportunity to expand your army. The Morse continue to grow in number every year, and these Round Table Army upstarts need to be dealt with. So I must ask that you increase your human shipments and assign more humans to the barracks. Oh, does this mean the Fang clan alone is no longer up to the task? I suppose not even the fairy once known as the Sword of Britain, the great Lord Woodwoes himself, can defeat the specter of advancing age. Silence, you infant! How dare you speak to me like that? If we weren't in Her Majesty's presence, I'd crush your head in my jaws for such insolence. Now, Woodwoes, you should know better than that. Remember, every fairy in Britain looks up to you. The Lord of Oxford and the owner of the restaurant most responsible for our food supply should conduct himself like a gentleman, right? Right. I know that, Aurora. I do. I'm not the raging frontline fighter I once was. I'm the calm, rational leader of my clan. What a joke. If this is to be no more than usual sniping at each other, would you mind if I excuse myself, your majesty? We're putting a very rare item for auction day and I have a lot of work to do to get things ready. The council recognizes Lady Murian, head of the Wing Clan and Lord of Gloucester. I already said my piece. Neither this Calamity Pool nor the anti-Morse countermeasures have anything to do with Gloucester. So if all you twisted fairies want to do is argue with each other, by all means do so, without me. Then again, Norwich has sent us good product lately, so I suppose we can offer our aid if only a little. Do give my regards to Count Pepperon. Huh, Spriggan. Let him know if he ever decides to move to Gloucester. He'll always have a place here. That is an interesting sprite. Oh! Lady Knocknarive, head of the King Clan and ruler of Edinburgh, absent. Oh. Lady Einsel. Oh, Einsel's a lady, head of the Mere Clan and guardian of the Lake District, absent. At this time, and with High Queen Morgan's permission, the council would like to welcome the Tamlin from New Darlington. Why he die? Why he die, though? I'm not complaining. Who the hell do you think you are? You think a damn secretary has the right to say my name? Come on, mother. Wait, who's this? When are you going to stop letting these stupid secretaries run these shows? Oh, I think I know. Can't you pick someone less hideous? What about a human with their limbs sewn to the wall? Or one who's been put to the guillotine? I swear, Mother, you're way too soft on fairies and humans alike these days. Maybe you need more excitement. Yep. Okay. Why so quiet all of a sudden? Isn't it your job to keep a fuss when something unusual happens? Can't even do that. You don't deserve to live. Would you all rather die to my string instead? Oh, if it isn't Tamlin Tristan, how good of you to grace us with your presence. You are the knight among knights who defends all Britain, and above all, you are the High Queen's beloved daughter. The only one in all of Britain who will carry on Her Majesty's magecraft. There you go, that's it. I knew you could do it if you tried. But I still think it lacked a little something. I've got a patheticness. Which is why you three are going to show the others how it's done. Whoa, you are brutal. My feet, my ankles, they're gone. Go on, jump. Let's see you hop around on those little stumps. All right, you're not supposed to spill blood here, and you three are getting it everywhere. Oh, so rude. You've got enough blood on the throne room floor. Just throw yourselves out the window into the pit now. My body. I can't control my body. No, please stop. There's no coming back from the pit. Somebody please stop that girl before she... No! Swoosh. Nothing but pit. Whoa. Oh my god. Wow. She will never be ballin' was wrong. Well, Mother, what do you think? Makes the meeting so much more fun, right? What were you doing? That was Camelot's own Minister of Justice you just threw out the window. You bloodthirsty fiend. Know your place, Tristan. Just because you think, I missed it. You think because the High Queen took in a low-class fairy like you was her own daughter, you can. Silence, Woodwoes. This is a family matter. See, Her Majesty loves it. Time for you to learn your place. Sucks to be you, you overgrown cur. Why don't you just retire already? We're way stronger than you ever were. What did you say to me, girl? Stop, Woodwoes. Don't let her drag you into her games. You're the head of the Fang clan now. You can't let your temper ruin our reputation. Oh, great. Lady Gawain the hard-ass. A little more dullness to round out this boring meeting. You're lucky she showed up when she did, old-timer. Just wait. I'll take your feet next time. Give us a report, Gawain. What transpired at the ranch in the south? Yes, High Queen. Some rebels calling themselves the Round Table Army managed to take control of the ranch. The guards you entrusted with staffs were captured, and all of the humans attempted an escape. Upon learning of this, I took it upon myself to go and contain the situation without waiting for your orders. While I succeeded wiping out the rebels, I'm afraid I also destroyed the facility and allowed 3 interlopers to escape. I'm also having the escaped humans transported here for re-education as we speak. High Queen, I'm prepared to accept whatever punishment you deem fit for me. What is your ruling, High Queen? It is all right. In light of your accomplishments at Sheffield, I will overlook your failure today. Lift your head, Gawain. I plan to demolish that ranch in any case. While you did take it a bit too far, you have ultimately saved me the time of mobilizing the Earth Clan. Now, is there anything else you have to tell me? Yes, Your Majesty. One of the interlopers was a human you've told us about before. It was the Master from Proper Human History. Oh, she's happy about that. The Master of Proper Human History, then Beryl Gut was right. There's more. One of the fairies accompanying the human appeared to be from Fairy Britain. From what I could tell, she seemed to be about 16 in human years, and she used the same kind of magecraft as you. She what? What are you saying, Gawain? You don't think the fairy is the child of prophecy, do you? The child of prophecy is no more than one of Einzel's delusions. High Queen Morgan is Britain's one and only ruler. How could you believe such nonsense like a common peasant? You are a servant of the High Queen. You should be ashamed. Oh, quit yapping, you goddamn mutt. Now, Lady Tristan, you can't blame Lord Woodwoes for being upset. The Child of Prophecy is also connected to the Tintagel incident, after all. You know, the coastal village that was harboring her. Well, Lord Woodwoes there is the one who razed the village to the ground, though it seems the child herself escaped him. Apparently, there was a girl of about 16 with long golden hair who managed to break through the blockade of the Fang clan fairies surrounding the village. The soldiers who witnessed it said she fought like a raging storm. They also called her the girl who uses magecraft, the Queen's second coming in, High Queen Morgan's daughter. That one's confusing. Don't you dodge my spell, capless. That was meant to kill you. I'm Mother's only daughter. Got it? I couldn't care less about this Child of Prophecy. But you'd better not spread rumors like that any further. These aren't my opinions, Lady Tristan. The Fang clan are the ones spreading these rumors. Still, think about it, fine upper-class fairies of Camelot. The Moors continue to increase in number. A calamity is about to befall Norwich. There's Knocknareve in the north, Londinium in the south, and the recent rebellion in Sheffield. And now we have an invader from an outside world that Lord Barrelgut warned us about. I don't believe Einzel's prophecy any more than you do, but you can't deny that the pieces are falling into place. The child of prophecy is real. Or at least the common fairies who know nothing of politics believe she is, which is enough. This is no time for our clans to be fighting amongst ourselves. We must put our people's minds at ease. So I suggest we work together to do something about it, starting with the Calamity Pool at Norwich. What say you? You do have a point. Whether the Child of Prophecy is real or not, we must do something about Norwich's Calamity Pool. High Queen Morgan, would you be willing to send your army to Norwich to quell this disaster? I believe Lord Bogart, ruler of Sheffield, made a similar request.
I understand how you feel, Aurora, but we can't send out Camelot's soldiers. While I'm certain Her Majesty's troops would make short work of the calamity, sending them in would also leave Camelot vulnerable. Knocknareve is constantly on lookout for any weakness she can exploit. We can't leave the castle unguarded.
I agree. The way things are going now, it's going to be the War of Spring and the War of Summer all over again. Only this war will be fought between Her Majesty and Knocknareve, the self-proclaimed queen. We do have the upper hand over her forces, but only just. The Wars of Spring and Winter. You speak of the Fey era war between the North and South Fairies, yes? Indeed, the Northern Fairies have been claiming dominion over Britain for thousands of years. I thought they had settled down to submit to High Queen Morgan's rules, but it seems they're still up to their old tricks. Ah, how deplorable. Why can't they simply pledge their loyalty to our High Queen like we have done? Given the circumstances, I suppose this truly isn't the time to worry about Norwich. It pains me to say this as their lord. I'm afraid I have no choice but to let my residents die, and worry not. I will use the water mirror on Norwich. Oh? It will destroy the calamity, along with most of Norwich, but the bell tower will remain intact. So long as the castle remains, it will fall to you to rebuild, Spriggan. It is time for you to demonstrate once again the skills that enabled you to take Norwich from its previous lord. If that is your will, High Queen. Now, how much can I expect in the way of financial aid? I will give you 1/3 of the flotsam wasting away in the West Treasury. It is foreign detritus that has drifted here from proper human history, but you could ask for no greater reward, could you? Oh, that sounds wonderful, Your Majesty. Thank you, thank you. Hold up. The flotsam. Oh, that's the ship, isn't it? Uh-oh. Or part of the ship? Whoa, wait, what? What about the residents of Norwich? None will survive this. Isn't there anything you can do to make them evacuate, Spriggan? Oh, I've been urging them to evacuate for some time now, but they all refuse to leave. They're either too attached to land, or they love their jobs, or they don't think the threat is real, or they think the Child of Light will save them, or some combination thereof. As great as my clan can be, I'll be the first to admit they can be a bunch of hard-headed fools. Having said that, where do you propose they go? Salisbury? Salisbury? The Wind Clan city? You know just as well as I do how poorly the Earth and Wind Clan gets along. It's a problem not even the High Queen herself has been able to solve. It's rare things like this that wrap up with a nice little bow. It's rare that things like this wrap up with a nice little bow, so no, I'm afraid Norwich is a lost cause. Why don't they come down to my place? We'd be happy to take in any poor refugees looking for a new home. That's the kind of place New Darlington is. Ain't that right, Lady Spinell? Oh no, Steven Universe. Right you are, Red Barrel. I didn't know you were listening in on this boring old meeting. Now, my fair lady, don't be like that. There's nothing boring about it. These clans have agreed to put aside their many differences and focus what's best for Britain's future, you know? You won't find a more entertaining show anywhere in the country. Not that you'll find any other show in this country either, but still. I've changed my mind. Lady Aurora, let's arrange a time to discuss the particulars of evacuating Norwich's residents to Salisbury once this meeting is concluded. Whatever our differences, I'll gladly take that over subjecting my fellow fairies to the National Slaughterhouse Theater. And these problems concern Fairy Britain, and we fairies should be the one to resolve them.
Oxford will be glad to take in refugees as well. While I can't stand how many rules the Earth Clan's smithing breaks, that doesn't mean I'm about to send them to a needless bloody death.
Gloucester's neutral stance remains the same as always. Our doors are always open, both to refugees and fairies who are tired of being beholden to the clan's customs. Huh? What, now you guys are all buddy-buddy? I guess you really must hate me, huh? Man, that makes me real sad. You think, what? You'd think High Queen Morgan's first ever boyfriend and future King of Britain would get a little more respect. Yeah, Beryl, hurry up and marry Mother already. The most powerful fairy in all Britain marrying a human. Freaking hilarious. And then you'll marry me next, right? Blah? Isn't that what you humans do? Marry as many people as you like? Of course, Lady Spinel, but let's not rush things. Interesting. Why Spinel? Weird name. Weird name. No matter how much you may care for someone, the moment they belong to someone else, a lot of the shine tends to come off. It's no guarantee the same won't happen to you. Once you see me as Her Majesty's husband, you might wonder what you ever saw in me at all. So, we don't want to make any hasty decisions when it comes to our marriage, and who knows, maybe the partner of your dreams is even closer than you think. You don't have to worry about that. There's no one else for me but you. Very well. I understand your concerns. My course of action remains unchanged from my public declaration. At the end of the year 2019 of the era of the High Queen of Fairy Britain, At the era of the High Queen, Fairy Britain, the land of the Fae shall rule this very planet. The walls of light that surround the British Isle will disappear, and our world shall overwrite the wicked world that lurks outside. Once it does, you shall be free of the calamities, and a new age shall begin. I shall build a new land of fairies, and your clans shall die to serve as its foundation. Yes, High Queen, your will is our command. Then here is my decision. Nothing need be done about the Calamity Pool in Norwich, so you will not advise its residents to evacuate. Regarding the Child of Prophecy, I will consider the threat she may pose to my rule. Furthermore, once the invaders from proper human history Beryl Guts spoke about are found, they are to be captured and brought here alive. There is something I will have them tell me. If the Master Gawain Saw is also accompanied by the Child of Light, or Child of Prophecy, I keep saying Child of Light, that's a whole different thing, so much the better. Woodbow, Spriggan, Murian, and Aurora, you are all to assemble a team and begin your search at once. I want to see these rebels and invaders brought before my throne. Whichever clan brings them to me shall be rewarded with 500 acres of land. This meeting is now concluded. Clan heads, you are dismissed. Tamlin, here is your next mission. As before, you need not search for the Child of Prophecy. I don't get it, Mother. What good are any of those stupid clan heads going to be? I could find the child way faster than anyone, right? All Lancelot has going for her is speed. I can use the infinity mirror you gave me to go anywhere at a moment's notice. There is no need. Leave the Child of Prophecy be. I will send word my edict later. The rest is in your hands, Tamlin Gawain. Huh. You heard Her Majesty, Tristan. Can you not behave yourself even for a moment? You do know the reason she was so strict with you is because the clan heads were here, yes? She may be our all-powerful High Queen, but she still needs to keep up appearances. She can't treat you like her daughter at a council meeting. And then there's your attitude toward Beryl. How do you think it looks for the Queen's daughter to be so intimate with a human man? And the High Queen's own lover at that? Have you ever considered the kind of pressure she faces? The kind of things people say about you? Your own morals as a knight? Just shut up, you big dumb bitch. Who the hell do you think you are lecturing me? I don't know how you even have time to worry about your rep, seeing how you're always on the lookout for your next literal romantic snack. That's me. Eat me. Eat me. Swallow me, mommy. How many lovers have you had this year anyway? For such a big gal, you sure are good at bed hopping, aren't you? She's what? Nice. I have a chance. Oh, maybe you could give me some pointers about romance sometime. I guess since you literally dig into your lovers right after you've got them in bed, it's probably more a matter of filling your stomach than your heart, huh? That's fine with me. If I'm gonna go, I better make it count. What did you say? Just kidding. Come on, don't glare at me like that. I understand, really. I'm totally aware that romances are always sincere. I mean, you're so awkward, you couldn't two-time someone if you tried, right? You know what they call you, right? Gawain of many loves, Gawain the big eater. Gosh, you poor thing. Nobody understands you, do they? They have no idea that you only jump into bed with those you really, genuinely love. I'm going back to the castle. You should stay on standby until further notice. It's so funny how you play, like, gotcha. Oh, shoes. You play gotcha games and they really will avoid any notion of sex. They will like skirt up the line and make like innuendos and stuff, but they never truly imply sex. And that's for a variety of reasons. And here we're just like, no, Nasu doesn't hide that. It just does. It just continues. That meeting sucked so hard. I didn't get to spend any time with Mother again. And Woodwoe's stench was the worst. There's nothing more foul than old game mixed with bad cologne. Spriggan's fake-ass smile makes me want to puke. Murian's goody-goody act was so transparent. And Aurora's the worst of all. Ugh. I wish I had a good excuse to rip her to pieces. Man, I sure hope she slips up soon. If she just acted against Mother, I could wipe her and her stupid Salisbury out all at once. Are you even listening to me, Beryl? Huh? He's not here. He was right by the mirror a moment ago. Oh, I see. He must be down at the theater. They're doing a show with those humans we captured over there today. So they make the humans fight each other and the last one standing gets to live. What do you call it again? Gladiatorial games? Gladiatorial. I used to think it was a pain in the ass, but it's actually pretty fun. Especially the very last part when you tell the champion gets to go free and stuff. Idiots, as if that would ever happen. Humans really can be so entertaining. Then again, I guess this really isn't the time to be laughing. I know what Mother said, but I can't just let this go. Who does this child of prophecy think she is anyway? Everyone knows I'm the only one who uses magecraft beside Mother. She's only got one daughter, and it's me. Are we doing daughter? That would mean that it's actually like Caster Mordred. Which, I mean, considering Mordred's birth was done via, cloning, basically, it's possible. No way I can let trash like that live. Oh, this is pissing me off. Wow. Oh, I know what to do. Times like this, there's nothing better than shopping. Women be shopping. Let's see what the newspaper has today. The Knocker Company's getting out of Gloucester. New brands are coming soon. So Spriggan's shop is going out of business. Well, that's too bad. Spriggan just sucks, but his shop at least had good shit. Hang on, does this mean it's going to be replaced by... I knew it. It's going to be a count shop. I'll say this for Murian. She always knows what's hot. Looks like I'll be going shopping in Gloucester again then. Plus, she mentioned she was getting things ready for a special auction. Fine by me. I'll make it an auction nobody will ever forget. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Here we are, Gloucester. And hey, we hit the time, and it was in the middle of an ending scene, which means that we're good. Gimme. Thank you. Did we get more notes? We did not yet. Okay. Oh! Fun! Great. I love being weekend. It's my favorite gimmick. Yeah, that's the sky. Look, Tanner, you can see the city off in the distance now. It might have taken us a whole day, but we're almost to Gloucester. Yep, and now that we're here, we shouldn't have to worry about the Queen's soldiers coming after us for a while. Gloucester belongs to Murian, the head of the Wing clan, and fighting is against the law here. She doesn't pick fights with any of the other clans, and she's not completely under Morgan's thumb either. As far as Murian is concerned, this is an autonomous region that just happens to have diplomatic relations with Fairy Britain. That's how she tells it anyway. Is that why Morgan's army won't attack here? Even Morgan only has limited power in Gloucester. As for why that is, well, you can tell something's different here, right, Da Vinci? Say with the mana density? Glad you brought that up. I was just going to ask about that. There's nothing wrong with my gadgets, but the ones powered by magical energy are refusing to work. Is that because of this area's unique mystic traits? Because the rules of the world itself are different here? Exactly. As to why, well, that just gets into the nature of fairies themselves. And not just here in Fairy Britain, that applies to proper human history as well. Like how there are several different kinds of fairies. Some are former gods, fallen from grace. Others are accumulations of human and animal animosity, bits and pieces of their souls. They're essentially thoughts and feelings with nowhere else to go, wrapped up in a shell made from human rumors. These sorts of fairies only exist because human society exists, and strictly speaking, they're not pure fairies. Pure fairies are those that form within the planet or the planet's inner sea, and whose existence is in no way contingent on human civilization. In the Magecraft world, fairies born within the planet's inner sea are known as the Great Fathers and Great Mothers. Oh, we got some capitalized nouns. You can think of them as divided spirits of Earth's soul. Yeah, that's close enough. In scope, they're comparable to personified nature gods, but unlike gods, they don't impose any rules on humans. Great fathers and mothers are pure supernatural beings. In this Lostbelt, fairies without a rank who appear on the Earth's surface, either through some sort of mistake... In this Lostbelt, fairies of that rank who appear on the Earth's surface, either through some sort of mistake or on a mission from the planet itself, are known as A-Ray. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. We are approaching notes every single day. I love notes! In proper human history, the fairy who lent King Arthur his sacred sword was a great mother. Oh. And I'm guessing proper human history's Morgan also inherited that great mother's authority. Oh. Though, of course, Morgan's father was also King Uther, the ancient king of Britain, so I suppose that would make her a human-fairy hybrid. King Arthur, on the other hand, is a human-dragon hybrid. They may seem similar on the surface, but deep down they couldn't be more different. Oh, how so? The fact that one ultimately decided to defend humanity and the other mystics. King Arthur chose a Britain where humans could thrive, and Morgan chose a Britain where mystics could thrive. As for which chose correctly, well, your own proper human history bears that out. If mystics had continued to rule Britain, it would have resulted in it being excised from all of human history. But I digress, getting back on track. I'm reading this term and I cannot believe it's coming up. A-Ray are equivalent to a great mother, but possess a will of their own. They have a unique ability to remake the world around them according to their inner truth. Really? Or rather their essence. This phenomenon is called a Fey domain. It's a grand mystic that only fairies possess. Really? An A-Ray generate descendants, or rather terminals, simply by existing. Would that still happen in the world of notes, where there is no more mana in the air? I wonder. These descendants are called forest children and stone children, and the majority of fairies in Fairy Britain. These descendants may only have a tiny fraction of A-Ray's power, but that doesn't change the fact that they're descendants. And some of these descendants have more A-Ray blood in them than others. Murian, the head of the Wing clan and the Lord of Gloucester, is one of them. All that is to say that Gloucester has a Fey domain that can be quite a pain in the neck, a domain that takes Murian temperament and mischievous nature and turns it into a law that denies strength itself. Interesting. A law that denies strength itself, so the weak becomes strong and vice versa? It did behave like that for a time, but now it's a little different. These days, nobody is allowed to bring in strength achieved through training into Gloucester. All who enter, even Morgan herself, are left with no more than the strength they were born with. That sounds pretty egalitarian. What are we going to go? Are we going to go with video game, or are we going to go with social politics? Let's go with video game. So it's like a city where everyone goes back to level 1. But, yep, The ones most adamant about making rules are also the ones with the way around them, so it's probably safe to assume Murian's the only one in the city who doesn't have to play by her rules. So if that's true, it also means her word is law there, so keep that in mind. It sounds like this A-ray term is unique to this Lostbelt. It's also in another Lostbelt, let's say. In our world, they probably be close to elementals or true ancestors. So, are there any other fairies that have inhabited these A-ray... I think you probably added the these and forgot to take out the S. A-ray powers? Maybe the other clan heads? Like, does Aurora have a Fey domain too? No, she doesn't. Most fairies with that kind of power end up being excluded from their clans. Sometimes they're outright ostracized, other times they're unable to control their own laws and end up falling apart. Of the 6 head clans, the only ones who impose their Fey domain on others are Murian and Knocknariv. Most of the other domain holders fall apart and become ghosts wandering the countryside. They're called night calls, and depending on how you look at them, they can be even scarier than the Tamlin.
Okay, everyone, we're almost to Gloucester. I know this is a surprise, but I'm actually a member of the Fang clan, so I'd rather not go inside if I can help it. I'll be camping out while you do your business, so just call for me when you're ready to leave. And just so there's no misunderstanding, let me be perfectly clear. Despite how I look, I'm not a Wind Clan fairy. I'm a Fang fairy. I'm sure you must be shocked, but it's true.
Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say, pal. No worries. Okay, let's split up. I'll go with Da Vinci and Tanner will go with Artoria. The auction will be held at night, so kill time however you like. Oh, casting that off. Anything goes in Gloucester, so you'll find lots of fairies living it up here. You still have that money you earned in Salisbury, right? Well, you can use it here too, so don't be afraid to cut loose. Don't worry, just think of it as a date, and it'll be nighttime in no time. So how about you, Da Vinci? Is there anything where you'd like to go? We go to a cafe, but personally I'd recommend the Warped Observatory. It's so dizzy, it'll make you want to throw up. I'd rather not throw up. Oh, he's already headed there. Why do you even ask me in the first place? Anyway, I know this is short notice, guys, but you alright with this? You are? Okay, I'll play along then. Wait up, Oberon. Are there any museums around here? With so many fairies in this Lostbelt, there has to be at least one painter. Well, for the time being, shall we get going? For the time being? I'm sorry. It's all happening so suddenly that I'm still catching up. Well, we've already come this far. No sense holding back now, I guess. Now that we're in Gloucester, we may as well enjoy it. Come on, I'll show you around. Yep. It's not a cute little city. There are so many things that seem vaguely off here. It's very strange, isn't it? I feel the same way the first time I came here, too. Faraway things look big, close things look tiny. Sometimes there's pink rain, sometimes the main street is covered in rainbows. Sometimes boys become girls and girls become boys. Could you imagine that? What if King Arthur became a boy? That'd be messed up. Basically, it's a whirlwind of constant change. Last time I came here, I got 0 out of 10 in a princess pageant. A girl wearing a scarf made out of insect thread made me take off all my clothes. Lisa? What's she doing here? And your clothes, why? She had said they were so ugly I'd be better off without them. Wonder what that girl's up to now. I sure hope she's not doing too well. I'll have to get her back if I ever see her again. Oh, haven't seen the two of you around here before. Are you here for tonight's auction? Huh, I never would have thought to have my humans stand out more than me. You know, possessions that make people envious are all the rage in Gloucester right now. Is that why you made yourself look so plain? So you could dress up your human instead? It's brilliant, I'll have to try it out myself. She's making that face again. Speaking of the auction, can you tell us more about it? You mean about the merchandise being put up? The fairy with the iron weapon? Well, apparently they're a bad fairy from another world who rebelled against the High Queen. So I'd love to attend the auction too, especially since there should be no problem keeping a criminal as a slave. But since you need an invitation for this one, I decided to give up and enjoy a night on the town. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, I know I should have been the one to ask, but I just kind of froze. Yeah, it's okay. What do we do with the invitation? Well, we won't be able to get one on our own. They're only sent to upper-class fairies. I don't like it, but looks like our only option is sneaking into the auction hall. But don't worry, there's no one better at stealth magecraft than me. Just you wait, this time I'm going to show you what I can really do. What's this deja vu I'm feeling? Help, somebody there! My pet mice just escaped their cage! I promise I'll make it worth your while if you can catch them. Just please help me! Looks like there's a bunch of tiny creatures running towards us. What do you think we should do, Tanner? It says straight out of Straw Millionaire? What? What is Straw Millionaire? What is that? Straw Millionaire? Straw Millionaire is a Japanese Buddhist tale. Oh! Oh, it's the inspiration for the guy who trades his single thing to another thing and then trades it up. Yeah, the idea of the trading quest. Yeah. This is super, of course, yeah. So we'll go straight out of Straw Millionaire. I mean, that's the story that we all know. All right, he's still getting his bearings here, isn't he? Oh well, nothing to be done now. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Okay, let's get this battle started. I'm pretty sure you're gonna regret this, but at least it'll be a good lesson. Huh? I was just gonna be like, are we gonna be here and they'll all be level 1 and... Oh boy. Well, let's go with... All servants are level 1. Great. I sure love that. So it's literally down to just the lowest level you can go, huh? In that case, let's just try our best. Let's go with... Sure. Okay. All right. We'll try our best. I feel like this is going to be a battle that we probably won't be doing too much in. All right. Watch them be super powerful. What? Mice for breeding. What? Okay. This might be a problem. And what did you do? Confusion. Okay. Do this with you. We'll start with you. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see how much you do at level 1. Did you kill them all even at level 1? Frick yeah. Nice. Okay. Let's go. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice. She's pretty strong still. Yep. Back down. Okay, and they don't hit too hard, all things considered. Okay. Could have been a lot worse, honestly. Okay, let's do this. And we got that with you. Nice. Does Morgan have an effect that lowers the stuff? Is that what's going on? Did I just miss that she has that? Because why does... Am I missing the reason why... Apply a state that decreases attack... It's this one! Okay. Okay, that's what it is. Got it. Finish this off. So, not bad considering the game is built around this idea. If we weren't meant to be here, I don't know. We'll see. You know, but it's fine. Those were mice? Big things seem small and small things seem big. That's just what happens in Gloucester sometimes. Now do you understand? Thanks, weirdos with too much time on your hands. Here you go, a generous coupon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go make a bundle with my mice here. Later! My coupon, huh? Let's see. Knocker Company. Surprise and security. Oh wow, it's for S&C! Do you know it? Spriggan and Capless, I mean. It's Britain's very first department store. Grandpa told me about it. This is great, and look, according to the map, it's not far from here. Come on, Tanner, let's go check it out. Sorry, a department store? Seems like it's already out of business. They're already building another store in its place, too. I guess it's just called Count. Never heard of that before. But I can see they got shoes, bags, hats, dresses. Wow, everything on display looks amazing. They're trim and shiny and elegant all at once. I bet they'd be just so much fun to wear. Oh, I want them, but then again, they'd probably be wasted on me. Designs do lean a little feminine, but I'm guessing they're probably gender neutral. And wow, what are those strange clothes? The sign says kimono. I've never heard of them, but I think that'd look good on you, Tanner. Not bad. You've got a pretty decent eye. But would you mind keeping it down a bit? I'm trying to stay incognito, so I don't want to attract too much attention. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm from a very small town, so... I see. So what? You wanted to see the big city before Calamity shows up and kills you or something? You're lucky you're not one of those cheeky Gloucester fairies. You're also lucky your ankles aren't to my taste. Be grateful your boots are so frumpy. They are? I guess they are, huh? Still, they're very practical. An odd goggy could... An odd goggy could go... We heard that before, and last time it destroyed me last time, too. You could go to town them, and I wouldn't feel anything. Why'd you have to worry about goggy bites? You must come from a real hick town. I mean, you got the looks of a pretty upper-class wind fairy, but you're stuck doing your own farming. Man, it must be rough out in the sticks with so few human slaves do the heavy lifting. This is weird. Really weird. Don't you think this conversation is weird? She suspects something. No, I don't think so. It's just neither Ted or I are used to do... Oh, why'd you say my name? Used to deal with city fairies, so... Not used to them, huh? I see. So that's why you're not scared of me. It feels like there's something more to that, though. That's strange. How come I'm not pissed off? I usually hate every fairy I meet. Oh well, guess this is how some days go. Plus, there's the auction coming up. Are you interested in the auction? Do you actually have an invitation? Oh, well, we actually came here for the auction, but we didn't know we needed an invitation to get in. I see. An invitation, huh? You know, I do have an extra one, but I'd sooner feed it to a goat than give it to you. That's it. Finally an expression that suits you. It's about time you learned your place, you uppity hick. Trust me, a girl like you's at least 100 years too young for the auction house. Come back when you're at least a little more grown up. Oh wait, that's right. Low-class fairies like you don't even live for 100 years, do you? Guess you'll just have to make the most of your life in the dirt with the goggies while it lasts, then. She was quite the fairy, wasn't she? Yeah, she was. I wonder if I said something that offended her. We came so close to losing everything. That would have been the end. I always want to look to see if anything gets added there. More Gloucester. Ooh, it's night now. An invitation? Of course I already got one. What about it? Guess you have to unveil your grand magecraft another time, Artoria. Unfortunately, we weren't able to procure any formal dress, but since Oberon is so, dazzling, I think we should be able to get in as part of his entourage. Of course, Murian's something of a friend of mine. We'll have some of the best seats in the house. So no, getting in won't be a problem. The problem is what happens once the auction starts. The bidding on MASH won't start until the very end, at which point I'll be able to offer up 70 million more pounds. It's all counterfeit, of course, but it should be fine as long as no one works that out tonight. The real problem is whether it'll be enough to outbid any prospective buyers with odd tastes. Usually 70 million more pounds would be more than enough, but given the, product, things are probably going to get ugly. If things get bad enough, I could have to put up my whole Welsh force as a collateral. 70 million more pounds? That's enough to buy a mansion and a butler to take care of it. And you're worried it still might not be enough? Just what are they saying about this product anyway? Alright, I'll tell you, but try to contain your surprise. They're saying the fairy is supposedly a traveler from another world with an iron weapon and the new child of prophecy. What are they doing here? Is this just meant to be... Who's that one on the left? What? Who was that? That didn't look like anyone we know.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gloucester's auction house. Why put off tomorrow what you can have today? Who cares about clan pride when you can boost your own brand? We know what you want, which is why we are once again proud to present a wide array of items sure to pique your interest. Have you taken a look at our catalog? Have you found any items that speak to you? Wonderful, wonderful. I can see you're all enthralled by our selection. Then, let's get right to it, shall we? We hope you enjoy this latest Lady Murian production.
It's starting! I see, so you can bid you say your bid yourself, huh? In most auctions, the buyer quietly holds up a sign and an agent then bids for them. But it looks like agents aren't allowed at this auction, so we just have to shout our bids ourselves.
Nervous about something, buddy? What's up?
Did you see that third item up for auction? It's one of Shakespeare's unpublished manuscripts. Maybe it's flotsam that drifted here for...
Oh no, just general flotsam. Interesting.
Man, now I'm really curious. Maybe I'll waste just a little money bidding on it. No, what am I saying? I have to bid on it.
No, you don't.
Only here for one thing, the Child of Prophecy. Besides, if you bid on something now, they'll notice your cash is counterfeit the time they get to her. Just do your best to resist. If you want an original work from a famous artist that badly, I'll make you something myself. Oh, really? I don't want to be the one to bring it up because I thought I'd be a bit gauche, but now you're saying it's okay? Okay, Da Vinci, I'm gonna hold you to that. Just let me know when you need me to pose for my portrait.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
I can see this place is nothing new for Oberon. I feel a lot better about this knowing that. Okay, I'm just gonna sit quietly until our auction comes up. Besides, I don't want to stand out too much anyway.
And now it's time to introduce our last item of the day. I'm sure you all heard the rumors. This is the treacherous rebel who posed a threat to our High Queen. The child of our beloved Einsel promised would save Britain. This brave child attacked Camelot with an iron weapon none had ever seen before, crawled out of the great pit, and even made a miraculous return from the nameless woods. Is the prophecy real? Is this child our savior? It's time for you all to see for yourselves. I give you our final lot number, the Child of Prophecy.
Oh no! I mean, I saw him in the commercials, so I thought I knew he'd be here at some point, but, huh? What? Grandpa? Well, excuse the hell out of me for being old. Wait, hang on. Who was that? Say that to my face, why don't ya?
Easy there, ladies and gentle fairies. Please, let's all take it easy. This man's attitude may be as foul as his mouth, but his magical energy is truly impressive. What's more, he's a gifted craftsman capable of forging wares that put all the blacksmiths of Norwich to shame. And since the Child of Prophecy was supposedly apprenticed to a superb artisan, even Lady Murian agrees there's a 30% chance that this man is the Child of Prophecy. 30% chance? Shut up. How many times I gotta tell ya? I ain't the goddamn Child of Prophecy. I'm Senji Muramasa, a lone servant. Now let me out of this cage, damn it. I don't know what's going on here, but that's definitely Senji Muramasa, the foreign god's disciple. What's he doing in Britain? And why is he up for auction? You know that man? Oh, then does that mean he's not MASH? No, he's definitely not MASH. But he's also not a stranger I can abandon. A servant, so he's a servant too, huh? I see. So that's why fairies here don't know what servants are, and they can't tell them apart from fairies. They have a servant who came from another world with an iron weapon who defied the queen. No wonder they thought he was the Child of Prophecy. But he's not, it's practically fraud. So what do we do now? The bidding's already started. Well, we save him, of course. Got it, leave it to me. Luckily, everyone seems to be caught off guard too. So 70 million more pounds should be more than enough. Start with a million, take it from there. The bidding starts at 1 million more pounds, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 4.5, 5 million.
Lady Artoria's party is now in the lead with a bid of 5 million more pounds. Do I hear 5.5? Do I hear 5.5? Do I hear 5? Why did you use my name? Don't you think it's much more exciting that way? The child of prophecy buying another child of prophecy. That's one for the history books. Oberon! That's 5 million more pounds. Going once, going twice. 10 million. I hear 10 million more pounds. Things are really heating up now. Do I hear 11 million? Ah, crap, forget it. I see where this is going. I'm out. 20 million. I bid 20 million more pounds. Oh, enough of this. 70 million.
What are you doing, Artoria? You don't lay all your cards on the table at once in a bidding war.
That might not have been a great move. 70 million. I hear 70 million more pounds sold to the party of
100 million more pounds.
I don't know who this is.
I don't know what kind of nouveau riche clan you come from, but you have no business being here. The day someone like you outbids me is the day all of Britain falls, so obviously it's never gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that's what you think. Okay, in that case, I bid 101 million more pounds with Oberon's land as collateral.
Are you nuts? My land won't even bring in 10 million.
Oh, I'm afraid I can no longer make a call on this auction. What say you, Lady Murian? Which of these buyers has more certain purchasing power? Very well. Step down, auctioneer. Difficult decisions like these are mine to make. Whether genuine or not, the fact remains that the Child of Prophecy is the main draw of tonight's auction. Whoever buys him must demonstrate not just wealth, but standing. So at this time, I would like to ask both remaining bidders to please come to the stage.
Oh, so that's how it is. I'm glad you understand how things work, Murian. No one has more standing than me. Looks like the new money's headed for the auctioneer block. Executioner's block, what?
Oh crap, we're being called up on stage. This is unheard of for an auction. Is this just how they do things in Gloucester, Oberon? No, I've never heard anything like this before either. Damn it, Murian, what are you up to? Tori, I'm sure there's some kind of trap. It's best if you just stay in your seat. If you go up on stage, you're gonna regret what? Why is her chair empty? I'm afraid you're too late, Oberon. She already took Tanner's hand and headed for the stage. Damn it, why did she have to pick now of all times to develop an impulsive streak? Well, here I am on the stage now, for some reason. I need you to fight beside me, please. I don't want to do this alone. Well, let's start with you then, Lady Spinel. Oh! Oh no. Or should I say, Tamlin Tristan. Yep, that works. I'm the daughter of High Queen Morgan, and the artist of blood. I'm the fairy with the most gorgeous dresses of all. I am Tamlin Tristan, the one who will one day own all of Britain. Well, your turn, little girl. Go on, share your pathetic name with all of us. Oh man, it's the fairy we met earlier. What do I do, Tanner? I can't believe she's a Tamlin and she's Morgan's daughter too. I swear, why did these things always happen to me? See, I knew you couldn't do it, but hey, of course you couldn't. What fair could ever compare to me anyway? You put up a good fight, but you're still just... Hey, you're that girl. Okay, I'll be nice and let you off. Then allow me to introduce her instead. This fairy comes from the village of Tintagal, and will turn 16 this year. Oh no. This miraculous child wields magecraft she taught herself, just like our queen did, and she also managed to slip a dragnet laid by Woodwose himself. Please take a good look, everyone. That is the staff of selection she holds in her hand. Her name is Artoria, and she is the genuine child of prophecy. Oh, that face. What's more, the attendant beside her is a visitor from the outside world. He's the traveling star who will guide the child of prophecy and the other light that will save Britain. His name is Tanner, and he is a human and master from proper human history. What? She knows about Tanner too? No violence, please, Lady Tristan. The bidding is not yet over. Now that you are both here on the stage, you have an obligation to try and complete your bids. But unfortunately, Tamlin Tristan and Artoria the Child of Prophecy, you are equally matched. Neither of you has the edge over the other in wealth or standing, so these can't be the determining factor here. You think she and I are equally matched? What are you, blind and stupid? I outclass her in every conceivable way. Strength, beauty, elegance, it's not even a contest. What do you say to that, visitor from another world? Who would you say is worth more? Lady Tristan or Lady Artoria? Why would I not? You're dead. You hear me? Dead. Very well then. How about magecraft? Both of you practice magecraft, which is considered pretty useless in Britain. Magecraft itself may be nigh worthless, but fairies who use it are rare and valuable. And here we have two of them, the High Queen's own daughter and the Child of Prophecy. Since both these children are equally matched, perhaps they can settle this bid with magecraft. After all, they both consider magecraft to be something truly valuable. So surely a display of their magecraft will show what they are both capable or truly made of. So I'm gonna kill this shit stain, which is magecraft. Works for me. I'll play along. I was planning on ripping her apart sooner or later anyway. If you're the queen's daughter, then you probably grew up in a fancy castle, never wanting anything, right? Then there's no way I'm losing to a pampered brat like you. So what if you're Tamlin? We country girls are a lot tougher than you think. We make do. That's how it goes when you eat fresh veggies every day of your entire life. It's a battle? We're doing a proper battle? Interesting. Interesting. Support only restricted. We have evade 1 time for 3 turns, or we could do actually probably better would be to give her this, because then we got 1 turn of that. We can get rid of stuff. Yeah, this will probably be better. Okay, let's give this a shot. All right. Ooh, okay. This ain't great. Just start off doing this for as much damage as possible. We'll get back some meter to use her super. Okay. Nope. Actually, we might have enough to get 200% here, so let's do that. Oh, well, no, we can get that if we do this. 1, 2, 3, right? Because now we're at 200%. I'll give us 2 hits there, which is not a lot for one-on-one, I'm realizing. Uh-oh. We'll have to see. Okay, well, we got back the meter. That's cool. Okay, alright. Magecraft tools sold out. Unable to act. Hey, don't mind if I do. Okay. Is this gonna be enough? Ooh, it's gonna be close. Hey, we did it. Okay. Oh, we did it. Alright, cool. So she just buys her magecraft tools, is that what we're getting at? And that it's just out, so she can't do it? Okay. We're gonna have a real battle with her eventually, and that's gonna be scary, I feel. I feel like some of these are gonna be real hard. No fair. That didn't count. I wasn't ready that time. This isn't my actual power. I'd have plenty of magecraft if I just went back to my castle. Magecraft is built on hard work and steady effort. You could have used so many things here once you ran out of magecraft trinkets you had on you. For example, this carpet that would go up in flames at the drop of a hat, or those lamps that could turn into bombs with a little magical energy. But instead, you just threw your hands up as soon as you ran out of tools you brought with you? Really? Now listen and listen good. You're at least 100 years too young to learn magecraft. Why don't you start with parlor tricks? Yes, nailed it! You freaking bitch! That's enough. We have a winner. As Lady Artoria's magecraft is superior, she will be the one to purchase this suspected Child of Prophecy. This concludes tonight's auction. Thank you all for coming. Please take care on your way home. That goes for you too, Lady Tristan. I suggest you hurry back home sooner than later. As I recall, you're supposed to be behaving yourself in Darlington tonight. I suspect even the High Queen would be cross with you if she heard you were actually here in Gloucester. You're taking the Child of Prophecy side, Murian. No, Lady Tristan. I'm helping the High Queen save face for making you a Tamlin. I cleaned dirt off my auction hall floor easily enough, but the High Queen's dignity is not so easily restored. You see, some fairies are bound to take issue with your selfish antics and lose respect for the High Queen. I'm sure I don't have to tell you how fickle fae folk can be. And I, for one, would rather not increase Knocknareeve's numbers. Fine. I'll go then. Next time, Murian, you'll have to come see me in Camelot. As a fellow lover of art, I'd love for you to take a look at my collection. Huh. Oh. Let's hope we have the money. Oh man, it's finally over. That was so nerve-wracking. I thought for sure we were all gonna die. But that girl actually beat Lady Tristan. I can't believe it. Who is this? She's no taller than me, and she has about the same amount of magical energy as me. But she carries herself with so much dignity. She's amazing. Unbelievably amazing. Who is this? What? Did I hear a voice coming from backstage too? Sorry, no. My nerves just caught up to me, so now my knees are knocking and my ears are ringing. Still, I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. She may have been dozens of times stronger than me, but the way she was acting when she called herself Tristan, well, I started seeing red. Yep, I never expected to run into the second Tamlin already. But hey, at least you won your Magecraft battle against her. That was great. The only problem now is... I'm back to normal now that the cage is gone. How the hell did that work? Our newly freed compatriot, Muramasa. I didn't have time to tell you in Oberon this before, Arturia, but while Muramasa here is also a heroic spirit from the outside world, that doesn't mean he's on our side. He's a disciple of the foreign god, which means he's working against proper human history. So he's your enemy, Tanner? But didn't you call him Grandpa earlier? That's because he is a grandpa. Don't bother explaining. We just had a few other run-ins, that's all. I ain't exactly mortal enemies with these people, but we ain't exactly friends either. We just keep running into each other for better or worse. Ain't that right, Tanner? If you want to fight me, I'll fight you. If you don't, that's fine too. I'll even brew you a cup of tea if you want. Like they say, even chance acquaintances are divine ordinances. Anyway, gotta say, girly, between that staff and that outfit, that was a hell of a show you put on. You really nailed that last line of yours, too. Gotta say, you British mages are a real breath of fresh air. Thank you. No matter what universe we're in, these two are destined for each other. Tanner. What's with this guy? He looks so young, but he acts so old. He's also got a terrible aura about him, but I don't sense any hostility from him at all. Okay, just hang on, Muramasa. This doesn't change the fact that you're a threat to us. So for now, let me ask you this. How did you end up in that cage? I could have kept this to myself forever and died happy. But I suppose you got a right to know. Alright, I'll keep it quick. After you people left Olympus, the foreign god gave me a new order. Told me to infiltrate the British Lostbelt and take care of its king. She also said something about how this place was still growing and when it wasn't supposed to no more. Rasputin had his hands full with something else, and we couldn't even get a hold of Limbo. That's because we killed him. So I made my way here and broke into the big castle at the Lostbelt Center alone. Those Tamlin whatsits were so taken aback that I didn't have any trouble making my way to the throne room. Then just when I was about to take the queen's head, something crazy strong flew in at me out of nowhere. Next thing I knew, I'd been knocked clean out of the throne room. I tried to fight her off in the air, but she just swatted me down in a big hole outside the castle. She also punched a bunch of holes in my spirit core in the couple of seconds it took before I fell into the hole. A normal servant probably would have died in about 12 times from that, but unfortunately the foreign god did something unnatural to my body to keep me alive. So I woke up later, still kicking. Once I was able to move about again, it took me about 3 days to crawl out of the hole. I'd broken my sledgehammer during the fight, so I stopped by a village with a blacksmith and spent another 3 days there fixing it. On my way home, I got lost in some weird woods and wandered around aimlessly for another 3 days before I collapsed. Then I spent another 3 days in captivity after some unsavory fairies found me unconscious near a road. After that, they sold me to the strange city where I spent the last 5 days talking and showing off what I can do with a forge. So there you have it. Embarrassing as it is, I still ain't done nothing of note here. Are you kidding? Just making it to Morgan's throne room is incredible. In the 2,000 years of the era of the High Queen, no warrior has ever made it all the way there before. Yeah? And you're an experienced smith too. The catalog said you can make anything.
Yeah?
But you're still a bad servant, huh? I guess that means we'll have to kill you here then. It isn't a servant's actions to date that determine whether they're good or bad, Artoria. Servants are basically mercenaries. All that matters is who they may currently have a contract with and what they're going to do next. Who are you? Another servant? I'm Oberon, and yes, I'm a proper human history servant who was summoned to Britain a little before you all got here. Senji Muramasa, was it? Sounds like you want to take out Queen Morgan as much as we do. How about we team up, just until we defeat her? Yesterday's enemy is today's friend and all that. Besides, don't you think it'd be better for us to put all our wood behind one arrow, so to speak? Good point. I doubt I'll be getting any other help out here. Sounds like a pretty good suggestion to me. What do you think, Tanner? I know Senji Muramasa is one of the foreign god's disciples, but he's also been relatively reasonable. This alter ego version of him might not be the same guy that helped us out in Shimosa, but he's still the same good person at heart. I don't think he's the kind of guy to go back on his word. I'm thrilled to have him help us, but what about you, Artoria? Huh? You want this old young guy to come with us? I'd love that. Blacksmiths are never bad people, you know. Putting Artoria's curious blacksmith fangirling aside for a moment, are you sure you're okay with this, Muramasa? I mean, we're not exactly friends with the foreign god. So, don't you think she might consider this a betrayal? You won't just suddenly explode or something? What? No, hell you take me for anyway. Besides, this ain't a betrayal at all. I'm just a swordsmith who accepted a job from the foreign god. Loyalty ain't part of it. Well, if I only owe a debt, it's the girl over there. You saved my bacon, so now I owe you. Child of prophecy, yeah? Heard about you. You want me to stick around till you defeat the queen? I'm game. Doesn't even conflict with my contract with the foreign god. Yay! Muramasa joined our party! If you're all done, can I say something now? Thank you for bidding with the Gloucester auction house. Now then, our proprietor would like to extend her congratulations on your purchase while we take care of the financial side of things. So you'll please come with me. I'll take you to Lady Murian, the Lord of Gloucester. She's expecting you at her mansion. We don't have the money. We don't have the money. Are we going to see a combat icon? No combat? Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh! Hold up. You're one of the BBs. You're one of the Sakura 5. Sakura 5. You are... Which one? Are you... No, not Violet. Violet's the hot one. Kazura drop. Okay. Well, turns... Okay. Didn't expect to see you. Nice to meet you all, Artoria, and you visitors from proper human history. That was such an exciting battle. Now I know what the next hot new trend will be. I'll call it convenient necessities you can make yourself. Simple, fulfilling magecraft items for good luck. I feel like he just got hit with a truck. It just feels like everything's being put together. The design's not 100% the same. She doesn't have the antennas normally, nor the wings, but okay. It's gonna be the most plain Jane trend in Gloucester's history. Why? Is there a reason why we're doing this? Don't be weird. Well, no wonder they made BB's story canon. Oh, did that not go over too well? Figured there was no way a bunch of broke-ass, powerless, small-time fairies and humans wouldn't be feeling nervous after being summoned to the home of the most charismatic producer in all of Fairy Britain. So I thought I'd offset the tension and make sure you like me by greeting you a little more cheerfully than I normally would. But I guess it just goes to show why you shouldn't be too quick to leave your comfort zone. Then again, you do only get one chance to make a first impression. Oh, she's giving me serious BB vibes. Why, yes, hello, I'm Murian. I don't need to keep going, right? Anyway, it's a pleasure. Oh, thank goodness you're back to your usual self, Murian. I was beginning to think you'd been body snatched. What the hell was that? Are you turning into a Morse or something? Don't be rude, Oberon. I'm the perfect fairy lady, and I always will be. It was just me going above and beyond. I've been so excited to meet a human from proper human histories and barrel gut, you see. My Fey eyes might not be what they used to be, but I can still make out auras. You're Tanner, yes. You're just as darling as I thought you'd be. If it looked like all you outsiders were like Beryl, I'd be killing you all now in a fit of rage. But I'm relieved to see you have a perfectly decent aura about you. It's enough to give me hope, if just a little. Thanks, but we're still trying to wrap our heads around the situation. So you know about proper human history, and you're welcoming us here anyway? Do I have that right? Don't make me laugh. I'm not afraid of proper human history. I'm sorry, that's not quite right. It's not proper human history that worries me. It's you Chaldeans. From what I've been told, you've been at all sorts of other worlds. So first of all, I'm going to learn for myself exactly what it is you plan on doing in Fairy Britain. Though I already have a pretty good idea thanks to what Muramasa told me. Muramasa? You told her about us? I never dreamed we were going to end up working together. So yeah, I told her about what happened in Olympus after she interrogated me, but just a little. Interrogated you? Is that how you saw it? And here I thought it was a lovely tea party. I mean, I suppose I might have had a teensy bit of trouble containing my excitement. After you told me all those fascinating things about the foreign god, the tree of emptiness, the cryptors, the alter egos, and even so. You call that teensy? So is it not true that the Wing Clan are the most mild-mannered of all the fairies, then? No, they are. Well, at least they used to be. But there aren't many mild-mannered Wind Clan fairies left anymore, not after Oberon? Alright, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Please go on, my fair butterbur princess. It's okay, Oberon. You didn't interrupt me. Muramasa did. Tanner, I just want to make sure of one thing. You do mean to leave this Lostbelt alone, right? Your business here is only with Queen Morgan, since she was foolish enough to go after Olympus. And Caldi has no intention of attacking Britain itself. Can you look me in the eyes and swear that? I wish I could, but I can't, at least right now. I see. Not the most eloquent defense, but a well-considered one. So you're still trying to figure out who your real enemy is and what you hope to acquire here. I understand. You haven't even met Queen Morgan yet. Of course you can't make a final decision now. Very well then. Normally I would capture you all here and present you to the Queen, but instead I'm going to hold off on making a decision for now, much the way you are. As long as Caldi leaves Britain itself alone, I won't get in your way. So you're welcome to keep enjoying your sightseeing in Britain. As for you, Lady Artoria, have you memorized Einsteil's final prophecy? More or less. Let me see. This is the story of a single future, what becomes of an island of mystics that was reduced to the land of the Fae. Those of you without sin, take your leave now, for here you'll find the Queen's bottomless castle. But we only need hold out a little longer. On the dawn of the 2000th year, the King of Salvation will appear. The child who will bring we Fae folk and humans together. The child who will save the world. Once she has averted catastrophe in the City of Iron and Sea of Soot, our pilgrimage shall truly begin. Let the 6 bells ring out like a raging lightning, like grieving flame. I think that's how it went, right? Let's say, more or less, you left out some key bits, but you got the gist. Oberon, are you really sure this child of prophecy? I mean, she hasn't even begun to weaponize her biggest selling point. I wouldn't say that. I think she's got a few important points down. As far as the two of you are concerned, the only important passage is the last one, since you're the guardian of the bell tower right above us. The bell tower? You don't mean... I sure do. One of the 6 bells described in the prophecy is right above us right now. And I believe you found one in Salisbury too, didn't you? Wait, are you saying you didn't come here to ring Gloucester's bell? We actually came here looking for someone, a human girl named Mash. Mash? Sorry, but no one in Gloucester has ever spoken that word before. Are you sure she's not in another city? Okay, I thought one of your usual crew was missing. What happened? You got separated and come to Gloucester looking for her? Well, yeah. I mean, we heard there was going to be a fair with an unusual iron weapon being put up for auction. How are we supposed to know that was going to be you? I guess we'll have to take some of the blame for that. I should have looked into this more closely. I could have at least found out if the fairy being sold was male or female if I'd snuck into the auction hall. As if you could pull that off. My auctions are extremely well guarded. Not even a single ant nor a single drop of blood can get in without detection. Good point. After all, it has been a few hundred years since you established your doctrine, or maybe objective is a better word, that nobody is allowed to use violence in Gloucester, hasn't it? But anyway, let's get back to the bell, Murian. How come you're being so cold to Artoria, even though you believe she truly is a child of prophecy? To be honest, I'm disappointed. Queen Morgan may be a great ruler, but she is excessively cruel. It's not just that the annual existence tax exists, it's how she treats humans, and how she oppresses every fairy who isn't part of a clan. It's the way she fails to handle the calamities, the way she monopolizes the flotsam, laws that keep our society a pale imitation of human civilization. In the last 100 years alone, she had all of Darlington moved, followed by the National Slaughterhouse Theater, building it rather. She's always been ruthless towards those who defy her, but she's gotten even worse now that she's appointed Tristan as her successor. There was a time when I thought she would be the ruler who would finally rid Britain of the calamities, but now she's just a witch intent on turning Britain into her personal plaything. That's why we have been waiting for you, Lady Artoria. But you just don't look the part. I can't see you beating the Queen like this. It would be one thing if the other clans were on your side, but neither the Earth nor Wind clan would be willing to make a move as things stand now. So you're not going to show us to Gloucester's bell then? Not now, at any rate. I'm the Lord of Gloucester. I have a duty to keep it safe. If I were to lend you my support now, Lady Artoria, it would be seen as a revolt against the Queen. Not even my Fey domain would keep us safe if that happened. If she wanted to, Queen Morgan could easily dispel it. So please come back to Gloucester again after you've grown stronger. I don't care what form that power takes. It could be connections, or magecraft, or funding. I'll take anything as long as it leads to a way of defeating the Queen. Remember, Artoria, that you are the Fey folk's star of hope, the chosen child of prophecy who will save Britain from its long twilight. So we have to get stronger and come back. That's right, so I hope you'll please do your part to help her, Tanner. You're an old hand when it comes to beating up bad guys, right? I mean, it sounds like you've done it lots of times before. Okay, Murian, I get that you're not our enemy now, and I'm grateful for that. But what I don't get is why you go to all this trouble to help us. Even given what you already know about us from Muramasa, we're still outsiders who in some ways pose as much a threat as Queen Morgan. Yet, you already seem to have a deep trust for Caldia, or rather, for Tanner. That just doesn't add up. Is there something else you're not telling us? Something I'm not telling you? Of course there is. In fact, this is a perfect time to introduce her. As you may have guessed, I've had another foreign guest who's told me about you Caldians. Come on in, Lady F. Let's see, I think her true name was... F? I was like, I didn't recognize the bosom. Koyanskaya. Tamamovich Koyanskaya, princess. I saw a pair of boobs that I didn't recognize, and I should have known. Good day, my dear Caldians. I'm so glad to see you all doing so well. Yet another new outfit. Stop that, Tanner. Please calm down. Didn't I already tell you I won't abide violence in Gloucester? Besides, she's an important guest of mine. A business partner, really. She means Britain no harm, and she has no intention of interfering with Caldia. Oh, the frickin' Wada Arco faces stick together, huh? After all, under most circumstances, she wouldn't even be here now. The only reason she's still here is because I insisted she stayed after she tried to leave. And why did you do that? Because she's an excellent bodyguard. It's a shame she's so money-grubbing, but her combat prowess more than makes up for it. I especially love that she can hold her own against the Moors. That way I don't have to bow and scrape to the Fang clan or the Tamlin. I see. I was told we lost contact with you after you took Beryl Gut off to who knows where. So now you're picking through Britain for stuff to sell? What are you playing at here, Koyanskaya? Did you get tired of waiting for the foreign god and Caldia to off each other? And decide to show your true colors now that the foreign god's shown up? Oh no, nothing like that. The foreign god and I are on equal standing, you know. I'm still not sure exactly what that god is, but I'm sure our contract clearly states that neither will interfere with the other until our goals have been achieved. Suffice to say, I've never been in the same position or shared the same perspective as you three alter egos. You, Lord Rasputin, and Lord Limbo are all servants summoned by the foreign god, but I'm a servant who manifested under her own power, so I'm free to do whatever I like. I'm only staying here now because I found Lady Murian's proposal appealing. I have no interest in the British Lostbelt. Or in you Caldians who apparently determined to get yourselves killed by sticking your noses in where they don't belong. Or in whatever the Queenie is up to, or in Fairy Britain's humans, for that matter. I do hope I've made myself clear. So you're not going to do anything bad here? Why no, of course not. This world is already in such bad shape, there's really nothing for me to do. Please don't rile them up, Koyanskaya. We were just coming to an agreement. I swear, why do you always paint yourself in the worst possible light when we have so much beauty to offer both inside and out? I expect to be working with the Caldians in the future, so do your best to please get along with them, okay? Oh, very well. If that's what the client wants, that's what the client shall get. So on that note, Lord Tanner, Lady Da Vinci,
I know we've had our differences in the past, but here in Britain we're both on proper human history's side. So I propose we let bygones be bygones and focus on accomplishing our respective goals. Or at least until you've reunited with MASH. Doesn't that sound fair, Tanner? You're not wrong. At the moment, we definitely don't need any more problems than we've already got. If you're willing to leave us alone, we'll do the same for you.
If you ask me, we should cut her down and be done with it, but I guess we couldn't get away with that in front of Murian anyway.
I don't really know this lady, so I'll go along with whatever you all think is best. A wise decision, everyone. Very well then. I'll continue to enjoy my latest pleasure trip herein.
Well, I for one hate your guts.
It's Oberon, right? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Shut up, don't talk to me. Every word you speak feels like it's rotting my ears. Murian, I'm saying this to you as a friend. That thing is an abomination. Your trust is completely wasted on her. I'd wash my hands of her right now if I were you. Based? Holy crap, based? Whoa!
Well, that couldn't have ended much worse than it did.
You must have done some really heinous things to them, Koyanskaya.
Oh, absolutely. Between wiping out Lord Gordolf's team of mercenaries, occupying Caldia's headquarters, and turning its personnel to ice cubes, I'd say they came by that hatred honestly. But I don't know anything about that Oberon servant. Who is he? He doesn't seem to be from Fairy Britain. Oberon just showed up in the Welsh forest about 2 months ago. He's a heroic spirit from proper human history. Well, I guess that makes him a servant. Anyway, he likes to call himself the Fairy King, and he usually spends his time performing in cities around Britain. I got to know him before, when he first came to Gloucester. At first, I was thrilled to find a fellow Wing Clan fairy, since he looked so much like one, but... I'm sorry, I don't have to tell you this, but it would be dishonest not to say anything. I know I may look like a Wind Clan fairy, but I'm not. After all, your clanmates are already... Oh, but hey, never mind that. You're the Lord of Gloucester, right? Then please, I need you to give me an unsecured loan. The fate of the whole world depends on it. Oh my god. But that actually might have been on purpose. Well, you see, he's a very bright and cheerful character, more of a jester king than a fairy king, really. He's also the one who told me ahead of time that the child of prophecy would be coming here. I see. Hopefully, he has just as keen instincts, but either way, it's probably better to squash annoying bugs like him at the first opportunity. Oh, I just remembered I should have my hands on one of the stories in the past you've been looking for soon. There aren't many fairies left who remember what things were like 2,000 years ago during the Fae era. But luckily I managed to track down a book by one of Camelot's banished librarians who had been keeping secret for ages. It should get here soon. You know, I'm surprised you're so interested in our history, especially when it's completely different from proper human history. Is there something useful you're hoping to learn from our past? Oh yes, absolutely. My objective is to find demonic beasts that don't exist in proper human history and put them to work for me. I have the ability to replicate furry creatures of any size and shape and incorporate their data into my body. Whoa, okay. Though unfortunately I can only command up to 9 big ones at a time. Hold up. Hold up. Does she have the power of chaos? Like Nero chaos? Huh. But like, a lot less. I originally came to Britain to secure a 6th tail. But now I'm staying behind. Well, no, I don't think it's that, because it's only 9. It's not 999. Maybe it's a fraction? I don't know. But now I'm staying because I've been fascinated by the story of how Fairy Britain came to be. I'm only sorry I've unwittingly caused you to dip into your funds, Lady Murian. Oh, don't worry about that. I used to be quite the avid researcher myself before I became the Lord of Gloucester. I used to spend hours holed up in the library against my father's wishes, absorbing the legends of Aish. I was a total bookworm, at least until the Queen let those barbarians torch the whole place. Then, are you going to revolt against the Queen once the child of prophecy has grown stronger? No way. The hope of all Fae folk, Britain's savior. Well, I'd never had hopes for the child of prophecy to actually bring an end to Queen Morgan's reign. I won't deny that I've occasionally entertained the possibility. But now I find she's nothing more than some pathetic common fairy. Her magical energy's average. She's neither especially beautiful nor large. She doesn't even have her own Fae domain. There's no way a fairy like that could possibly save anyone. I should have known the only one I could really rely on is myself. It's a shame I ended up letting Senji Muramasa go after all the time I put into him.
But as long as I have you helping me, I don't need the so-called Child of Prophecy at all. No, I think I'll just use Caldi and the Child of Prophecy. Ideally, I'm hoping that disgusting human mage actually manages to take down one of the Tamlin. If just one of them falls, there'll be nothing holding Knock-na-Reeve back any longer. Queen Morgan, Knock-na-Reeve, the Child of Prophecy, and Tanner. No matter who's left standing, I'll have plenty of game pieces to play with. Oh, no. Blanca. Just Blanca balled right out of there, huh? Let's finish off Gloucester. Ah, damn it, Oberon. Why'd you ruin our precious chance to speak with the head of another clan? That was the coldest you need to leave now I've ever heard. I understand why you're upset. I'll admit I behaved kind of childishly, but I'm not going to apologize. I only said what needed saying. I loved it, Oberon. It takes real guts to say something like that to that foxwoman's face. Huh. Haven't got guts so much as thick skin. Either way, it was impressive. You'll have to tell me some of your tales of your escapades later. I bet you got some real whoppers. I have Big Macs. Are you sure we shouldn't at least try to apologize? I don't know about me, but Murian seemed like she was willing to help out Caldia. Or at least Tanner. Oh, don't worry about that. Murian never had any intention of helping us out. Really? What's that? All Murian wanted was some kind of military force that was neither the Queen nor the Child of Prophecy. Something that would belong to Gloucester alone. She probably had her eye on Caldia for that at first, but now that she's found a replacement... I see. Then I guess I'm pretty much useless here too. Lower class Gloucester fairies. Oh, there they are! Hey, wait up! You guys are with the Child of Prophecy, right? Oh. Where is she now? Is she gone? Did she leave for the next city? Of course she did. She's not going to stick around here waiting for Woodwoe's soldiers to come after her. I was really hoping to see her in person. Not that I blame her. I mean, she's the Child of Prophecy. It's getting public now. Is there something I can do for... Well, that's okay. At least we can give you guys these gifts for her. It's not much, but please take it. We always believed the Child of Prophecy would appear someday, so we've been saving up what we could when the time came. We're sorry it's small change and cheap stuff like old clothes, stones, and trees roots, but it's everything we could do for her right now. We think it'd be best, it'd be at least some use. So please, make sure she gets it, okay? Okay, I will. I think the Child of Prophecy will be thrilled to receive this. Yeah? Yeah, we think so too. You guys make sure you keep her safe, okay? They don't even know it's her. Wow, it's a small mountain of gifts. Can those metal arms of yours carry it all, Da Vinci? Of course. You have my word that I'll get everything back to the carriage safe and sound. Well, that was nice, huh, Artoria? Sure, they might not have realized it was you, but that was living proof that even fairies in Gloucester are pinning their hopes on the Child of Prophecy. You're right, and with this many materials and magecraft goodies, we won't have to worry about keeping Tanner fed for some time. Why? What? What's the ellipses? What are these faces? Well, I wish we could spend a night here to enjoy more of what Gloucester has to offer. The fact that the lower class fairies here know about the auction incident means the Queen's army must know about it too. So I'm afraid we can't stay around here much longer. I guess that's true, but we still haven't found any new leads on MASH. Murian here hasn't said anything about her, then there aren't any leads here to find. And since it seems no one in Salisbury or Gloucester have seen her, her hands are tied for the moment. Let's not forget we're also wanted for that ranch incident, so we have to be careful around anywhere that the Queen's soldiers are likely to nab us. So I think we should stop looking for ourselves and head somewhere safe, at least for now. Sorry to ask, but would it be suicide to go to the other cities? Oh yeah, it would. That goes for Salisbury too. It's too dangerous right now. So instead, what if we kept looking for MASH via different means? You guys can lay low, and in the meantime, I'll go around to different areas looking for information on her. Just because you guys can't look for her now doesn't mean I can't, after all. Give me 3 days, and I should be able to find out all the latest news in Britain. After that, well, we'll know where to go next. Okay, in the meantime, where do we hide? Don't worry, I've already thought of that. In fact, you could say land out here is why I thought to make the suggestion in the first place. So we'll be camping out for a while, huh? Then we'll have to look for an out-of-the-way campsite. Don't worry, I'm great at pitching tents. And I can also put up different bounded fields we'll need to keep the undesirables away. Really? Well, that's great to hear, but you won't need any of that this time around. Huh? Oh, now I see. Sorry to steal your thunder, Artoria, but we really need to play it safe here, so I'm afraid I'll have to wait for another time. Alright, let's get going to my secret base. See that forest over there past the western hill? That's the Welsh Forest. It's a place that's long been abandoned by fairies and humans alike, where old, dried-up things go to rest. And it's the personal domain of yours truly. Except didn't we sell it? Do we even have access to it anymore? Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, it's up in Sheffield. Oh, well, we're in Fragment 3 in Sheffield. All right, guys. Every section is like 2 hours long. This is so freaking huge. It's how big is this game? It's so wild. I love it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. We still got nothing new here, but we will see. We'll see you then. Ciao.